I want to go to Congressman Tony Wied, the Wisconsin Republican, who's weighing all this stuff going on in the House right now. I don't want to get too into that, Congressman. It's always good having you, but this fear that things are going to get pretty dicey for your narrow majority in the House. And maybe Speaker Johnson is in trouble. Maybe avoiding a government shutdown could suddenly look unlikely. What do you think?
Well, look, I think the American people decided here in this election that it was a mandate, that they are in support of President Trump's policies. Here we are in this lame duck session, and unfortunately, we have Chuck Schumer in the Senate and President Biden at the presidential level. And the concern right now in the conference is that we don't want to give them money to spend overseas and not take care of Americans here right now. And we haven't seen the text of this current bill of the continuing resolution, but I'm looking forward to going through that hopefully here today, and we'll make a good decision on it. But I am concerned about the reckless spending that is causing all of the inflation in this country, and again, we're going to take a hard look at it.
There are various measures you guys have, and not that you're responsible for all these parliamentary mechanisms to try to keep the government lights on, but a lot of your colleagues look at this and say, well, we're talking a good game on getting spending under control and, getting Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy to address needless spending. But it's very tough to practice in earnest on a daily basis. And what's happening right now on the floor of the House is proof. What do you say?
Well, these are tough decisions, and it does take consensus to move things forward. I am looking forward. I did join the Doge caucus here in the House, and we have our first meeting here today, and looking forward to that. And again, I ran on, and the people voted on, reining in the reckless spending. And so this is a big topic. It's a difficult thing, but again, we're going to go through all of the text here as soon as we get it, and we're going to make a difficult decision. But we do have a lot of work to do, and we do need to rein in the spending.
Tariffs are going to be a big issue for Donald Trump when he assumes the White House again, and a lot of your colleagues are worried about the fallout of that, the inflationary fallout for one thing, that Donald Trump doesn't ignore that possibility, but that it could boomerang as well. And history has some examples of that when it has. Are you worried about that?
Well, look, I'm not worried about it at all. I believe in President Trump, and again, the voters do as well. I think that's a great negotiating tactic with Canada, and to secure the border, to stop the deadly flow of drugs and illegal immigrants from coming into this country. And so, quite frankly, it's a great tactic. I think it's I look at it as a smart tariff used occasionally in order to negotiate things in our favor, and we need to focus on our country first.
But if the other side doesn't, cave and respond to that, then they have tariffs on us, right? I mean, and the back and forth goes, and all of a sudden you've got problems. You don't see that happening.
Well, I don't. And I think it comes down to leadership and strength. And I think that's why I believe in this country so much. We need to be the strongest country. We need to have the strongest leadership. I am looking forward to having a strong leader like President Trump. And that's what we need right now. And it comes down to those negotiations. And we need to do what's right for this country. And I believe in President Trump's policies.
All right, Congressman, great having you. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. Sir Tony Wied, the Wisconsin Congressman, again, they've got to try to cobble something together in the next few days to avoid a shutdown and to pave the way in early January for the speakership vote, which seems to be going in Congressman Johnson's favor for the moment. There are no guarantees.